I just turned 40 and have been married almost 9 years. We have two beautiful children, ages 5 and 2. I am not a regretful mother, but I am 100% a regretful wife. What I want readers to understand is that my husband is a good person. He's an awesome father, he loves me, and at the time I chose to marry him, I made a great choice with the information I had about him and our love for each other. Unfortunately, I didn't spend enough time thinking about the legal ramifications of marriage and how much that complicates things if your circumstances change and you want out. For background and context, when we initially married, my husband made substantially more than me. A couple years into our marriage, my career took off and that reversed. I now make substantially more. And in addition to my wife/mother responsibilities, I work a demanding corporate job in a high-ranking leadership role. The dream I was sold is the idea of partnership. I thought that partnering up with someone would mean that things would become easier for both of us. We each would now have someone to shoulder part of the burdens that life throws at you, from the day-to-day responsibilities to the big things. When choosing a life partner, I imagined that the tasks of day-to-day life would become 50% easier for me because someone else is taking on half of what needs to be done. Looking back, I feel like a complete idiot for thinking that's how it would be. When my husband and I moved in together before marriage, the reality was that instead of things becoming 50% easier for both of us, daily life became 100% harder for me and 100% easier for him. I did all of the cleaning, and with him that's no easy task. I was constantly picking up after him when he failed to clean up after eating and when he left empty glasses or bottles and other trash around the house. He is disgusting in bathrooms, and now I had to clean up that as opposed to when I was single and just cleaning up my own bathroom mess, which pales in comparison. I spoke with him about this several times. We had discussed extensively that we both wanted marriage and children. I made myself clear in that I would not tolerate this sort of dynamic when we became parents. He assured me he understood, and we moved forward with marriage. At the time, I was in love and had rose-colored glasses on. Plus, other than this one issue, I had no other problems with the relationship. I felt safe with him. I trusted him. I was happy with him. He was loving and he was faithful to me. I knew that no relationship was perfect and figured this would just be a challenge we'd have to overcome together. About 2 years into our marriage, we realized we needed fertility treatments. During that process, I had a miscarriage and several failed rounds of treatments. My husband was amazing through it all, a true best friend and partner. He was sensitive, caring, and by my side no matter what. To this day, I will never take that away from him. In 2018, our son was born, and my husband was great when it came to the baby. 100% hands-on, devoted, and an equal partner with taking care of him, changing him, feeding him, doctor's appointments, you name it. He was a great dad. But problems arose in other areas. Now, in addition to being a postpartum, working new mom, I was still doing all the grocery shopping, meal planning, cooking list making, appointment scheduling, coordinating, cleaning, etc. Anything that wasn't directly related to the baby was 100% on me and me alone. I went through postpartum depression and anxiety, and my emotions hit such a low that it still scares me when I look back on it. I cried to my husband over and over about how overwhelmed and depressed I was, between work and everything that had to do with keeping our home and family functioning. I told him I needed more help around the house, or I was going to have to take a lower-paying job with less pressure. I was usually met with blank stares. Less money was clearly not on his radar, and requests for me to assign him tasks around the house. "You didn't ask me to do that," was a common response I would get when I pointed out a mess or some task that needed to be completed. Eventually, I pulled myself out of the depression, but these issues at home persisted. Just when I thought I was coming out of the fog, shortly before my son's first birthday, my husband cheated on me on a drunken night out with a female friend, who he introduced me to while we were dating, and who had become one of my best friends in recent years. I remember walking into my son's empty room when no one was home and literally screaming in agony. All I could think about was everything I had gone through for this man to cheat on me. After I put my body through hell to build a family with him, fertility drugs, surgeries, a C-section with a horrible recovery, I trusted him. I gave everything to build our dream life together. I decided to try to forgive, and we went to marriage counseling. When I brought up the issues of how overwhelmed I was with working full time and shouldering all of the home responsibilities, the counselor kept telling me that different people look at chores differently. What you see as a mess might not be one to your husband. He made
Facts.
a horrible choice, and that was out of character for him when he cheated. Basically, I was told to chill out. I tried my best to buy that and to rebuild.
Okay. The cheating part, I understand. I don't promote cheating at all. Like I don't even like cheating, right? Um, but women like complaining, guys. Like, have you noticed women like complaining? At this point, women are just complaining just to complain. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, like, you're married, you're a wife. That's what wives do. Like, they clean, they cook, they take care of the kids. You understand? Like, even kids, they don't count on their fathers. Like, they don't count on daddy on certain things. Like, they always run to mommy. You know what I mean? So women are just complaining, guys. But anyway, let's keep it pushing.
Build trust in my marriage. We did temporarily experience a high point in our relationship, and I thought we were really going to make it. We agreed to have a second child via IVF. More fertility treatments, drugs, and several failed rounds later, I was thrilled to give birth to our daughter. Almost immediately after her birth, the same cycles repeated themselves, only 10 times worse. Again, he was great with childcare, but everything else he couldn't give a shit. Laundry, cleaning, cooking, hiring exterminators, sifting through mail, reminding my husband to renew his vehicle registration or pay a speeding ticket. All of it, once again, was me. I'd be at home during our newborn's witching hour, with our 3-year-old in tow as well. Both kids screaming, me crying, and my husband getting some time in at the gym. My faith in this marriage plummeted to the lowest depths yet. Several times I thought we were headed for divorce. Last fall, I fell and severely sprained my ankle. He treated me so poorly while I was unable to clean and care for the kids, and openly admitted that he resented me for getting hurt. This was the last straw for me, and I sat him down and told him I wanted to separate. I gave him all the reasons why and told him I couldn't live like this anymore, feeling like I exist for everyone but myself, and that as stressful as it would be having the kids on my own, at least I'd no longer be cleaning up after a grown adult who treats me like a maid. Plus, with shared custody, I'd have the chance to clean and catch up on chores when the kids are with him. He cried and begged me to reconsider. He swore he would change, and guess what? He did. Over the last 6 months, he has truly been the equal partner I've always wanted. He sees messes, he cleans them up. He thinks ahead about what needs to be done. He cares if I'm rested or feeling supported. It's everything I ever wanted. So I should be happy, right? The problem is, I'm not. I can't stop
Oh
focusing
my
on the
god.
fact that after years of crying and begging and telling him how I felt, I had to ask for a divorce to get what I needed. I can't fully get over the infidelity. After almost a decade of marriage, I'm a shell of who I once was. I still love him immensely as a person, and I would miss him terribly. But I think too much has happened, and this is all too little, too late. I'm terrified to make a move toward divorce. I'm scared of the financial repercussions, but more than that, the idea of hurting my children is too much to handle. I cannot be the one to break their hearts. At the moment, I stick around because we generally get along and enjoy each other's company as friends. So I can't say that I'd be removing my kids from a toxic household. I would be causing them pain so that I can have more happiness, and I can't do that. I don't know how this is going to end up. I love my husband, but marriage has benefited him immensely, while I have been left overwhelmingly burdened and emotionally and physically destroyed. I just turned.
Okay. So what did I say, guys? I said women are complaining just to complain, guys. You understand what I'm saying? Even after the husband changed and started cooking and cleaning and thinking ahead and doing everything that she wanted him to do, I mean, she was still not happy. She was still not happy because she was complaining about nothing, guys. She was complaining about nothing. Like, here's my advice, ladies. Don't get married. Like, stay single. Like, you're good where you are, like when you're single. Because when you get married, like, there's duties. Like I mean, every woman goes through everything that she said, right? Like, they go through, like, the the stress of doing the hard work and being a mother and being a wife. Even a husband goes through that. It's just that you don't see it because he comes home and he's sit on the couch and he's okay with dirty dishes in the sink. You know what I mean? Like we don't care. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm tired, I'm tired. I'm not gonna come back from work and like stress myself about, things in the sink. But anyway, that's it for today. My name is RJ Godfella, and this is the RJ Godfella Chess. Now, if you like this type of content, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button as well. Peace, I'm out.